A couple of days ago, Onuma got everybody kind of in a bunch because he sort of teased that Skyward Sword could be coming to Nintendo Switch, and people got excited because it's a Zelda game. First and foremost, and it's going to be an HD remake of Zelda games. We've had a couple of those now, and people really enjoy revisiting these games that have been available for some time, and it gives you a chance to have a little trip down memory lane, even though memory lane in this case isn't going to be quite as far away, just because Skyward Sword is a newer game than Wind Waker or Twilight Princess were at the time of their remakes, not to mention Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. But now Nintendo is saying that, hey, it's not happening, and I don't know if we should believe them. Hello everybody, Gabe here, and today we are going to talk about the statement that Nintendo PR made today, and they say, at this time we have no plans to release The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on Nintendo Switch, and that comes directly from a Nintendo spokesperson to Eurogamer. Alright, that says that at this time they have no plans to bring this over, but let's keep in mind, this is a company that has, I don't want to say lied, they have concealed the truth and told you untruths in order to keep their surprise or their announcements pretty much more exciting. And that makes sense, right? If I'm a company and, somebody goes and says something, and something slips, and then, everybody in the press is saying, hey, is this happening? Is this happening? Of course you're going to say no. You probably want to reveal this at an event of some kind, whether it be a direct in January, as they like to do, or another time. The last few that sounds weird. The last few years, every single March, there has been a Zelda remake of some kind. I mentioned them all in the beginning, but we've had them from Ocarina to Majora's to Wind Waker to Twilight Princess. There's been a few. And it would seem like it would be a good idea for that to continue. Little hints here and there that the next Zelda might not be as far away as people think, and honestly, it makes all the sense in the world for it to be Skyward Sword. But now Nintendo's saying it's not happening. And we can believe them, sure. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Maybe it's not happening, who knows? But just because they say it's not happening doesn't mean it's not happening. There has been a lot of cases where Nintendo says, hey, no, that's not happening, and then it happens anyways. So let's not necessarily lose hope quite yet. I wasn't super excited about the prospect of Skyward Sword being remade and re-released for Nintendo Switch, but given the last few days and seeing people's excitement and just editing a video about Skyward Sword that we have up on the channel now, when we were first talking about this in general, I got excited just because I want to revisit that world, and it's going to look so much better on Nintendo Switch than it did on the Wii, and the motion control is going to be probably way more accurate now with the Joy-Con. I wouldn't mind it one bit now that I stop and think about it for a second, but Nintendo says that at this time they have no plans to release Skyward Sword on Nintendo Switch. They do say at this time, maybe January they'll have a different horn to toot. I hope that's even a phrase that's accurate, but I still wouldn't be surprised if Zelda comes sometime around March and it does end up being Skyward Sword. I would love it if it was a new experience of some kind. I do like the smaller Zelda games more than most people. I know a lot of people don't like, Minish Cap or Spirit Tracks as much as I do, but I still think those games are super fun, and they bring a certain core fundamental fun that Zelda has. The exploration, the dungeons, it's all still there. I really like it, the music, and they take some risks with the art style that I always really, really appreciate. So if it were up to me, that's what I would want. But if we do get a Skyward Sword port remake, I would be pretty okay with that too. Although we did have a lot of ports and remakes this year, and I don't want to see next year turn into another year full of ports and re-releases on Switch. I would love it if Switch got a lot of new stuff, but for now, Nintendo says it's not in the books. And, just focus on the at this time. And they could just be not being very truthful to preserve a surprise a little bit later. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Would you be surprised if Skyward Sword still comes out despite Nintendo saying that they have no plans for it whatsoever at this time? What do you want for the next Zelda adventure, and when do you expect it? We are probably getting a January Direct. That's not too far away now. At this point, we have Smash and a lot of Smash and way more Smash in between there to tide us over and have some fun with, but that is pretty much it. Sound off in the comments below. Let us know what you think. Are we going to get another Zelda game early next year? If so, what will it be? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Maybe subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our other content. We appreciate each and every single one of you. SwitchForce.